Hi, folks. Good morning. As always, a very joyous moment to speak to all of you on contemporary topics on life and careers. Going to talk about a very simple but very effective technique, primarily to handle anger. Please watch till the end. Of course, I'm not talking about a lot of anger management techniques and all of those 99 rupees Instagram courses where you can manage your anger and things like that. No, it is not it. Primarily, there are two ways of looking at anger. I personally feel a lot of times anger is just a manifestation of some emotion at the workplace or on the personal front, or probably when you're feeling unproductive, or probably you're not doing anything productive. These are the situations in which anger comes into the foray in terms of a human's emotions. Typically, if you analyze your own patterns in terms of habits, in terms of when you feel angry and things like that, it is probably because of some provocation by the environment, provocation by people around. It could be someone in the family, it could be someone in the workplace, it could be some extraneous things like the traffic around there, and probably a waiter in a restaurant not responding to your call and things like that. It can go on and on. There can be many major things. Sometimes it could be very major things like a career is in your nod, you feel you hit a blind street and things like that. And effectively, what is the best way or best tool to get away or stop having this habit is what I would quickly tell you. A very effective technique. And first thing first, you should understand that yes, feeling angry is normal, but feeling angry probably for hours together is going to be injurious to your mental and physical health. So if you have that pattern in you, that way you constantly keep feeling angry, and getting angry or getting provoked is becoming a habit, then you really need to work very hard on correcting yourself. A lot of times I personally noticed that the singular reason for anger is lack of productivity. When you don't do something productive, when you feel that you probably are whiling away at a time, probably doing things like doom scrolling on Instagram, doom scrolling on any social media, and what happens is doom scrolling also subliminally allows you to compare yourselves with 150 others in every passing minute. As you scroll down, you probably every 30 seconds, 40 seconds, you probably see a person who's who's Insta famous, and you probably decide that somewhere you decide that you're not there and things like that. These are the common emotions. I'm not saying these are the only kind of emotions which you have, but doom scrolling is a major player. The other one is probably to give too much of importance to the opinions of others, people who probably have comments about everything, critics about everything, people who are naysayers, people who tell you that nothing is going to work. You always have those kind of people in every office, in every class in the university, in every class, even in senior school. You have someone who's a naysayer who probably keeps telling you that, oh, that won't work, you're not good enough and things like that, because that is more of their habit. It is not that they probably are as a persona, they ooze out loads and loads of negativity, and you need to probably stay away from such people very importantly in life. But fundamentally, I would probably give you a very powerful tool in terms of visualization when you probably get provoked in such situations. And what would that be? You should probably consider this very seriously if you probably are fighting for a solution for anger management. Don't worry about expensive courses. Don't probably go to the edge like things like counseling and things like that. But it's very simple visualization. You are the pilot of your life, and as a pilot, every day you probably have to charter your journey from morning to evening, or even 24 hours a day, depending on how your work life is or how your family life is. But remember, every single day is an accumulation. I mean, days make weeks, weeks makes months, months make years, and it goes on, and that's how the journey of life is all about. In that sense, every hour is very important in terms of being productive, doing the right things, doing things as good as possible to our capacities, and more importantly, not doing the things which are not necessary. I think that is the biggest factor, which probably is one of the contributions to getting provoked, or anger emotions, which negative emotions which bring in anger and things like that. So as I said, you are the pilot of your life, and as a pilot, it is your responsibility to probably charter your life aircraft to be clear of any trouble. And when you constantly get provoked, when you're ready to get provoked, come, I'm ready to get angry, come, I'm ready to get angry kind of mindset. Believe me, a lot of people, I've been there, particularly when I used to be in late school and early college. In hindsight, maybe that's about 20, 30 years back, but in hindsight, if I look at it, I was constantly willing to get provoked. I was constantly long-faced, as my father would call it. I would constantly be very, very cranky, and just find reasons not to do anything, just find reasons to go lie down because you're upset about one shit or another. I'm sorry to use the word, but that is exactly the word for it, because the kind of negativity it brings into your emotions is so powerful. So when so what you have to do is, if you are a pilot of your aircraft, will you deliberately go and hit your aircraft against a big mountain or a hillock and probably crash your aircraft entirely and destroy yourselves? Might sound very, very troublesome, it might sound very, very exaggerated, but that is precisely what all of us do when we probably are willing to get provoked or ready to get provoked for reasons big and small. There could be trivial reasons, there could be big reasons. Yeah, you should probably flunk a couple of subjects in college if you've not done well in the last quarter in your office in terms of revenue contributions, if you probably have miserably failed in some of your responsibilities for reasons under your control or not under your control. They can then be anything. I mean, but the problem is the best way to move forward or take steps further is to probably introspect, see what went wrong and why you did those mistakes, and correct yourselves and stop yourselves from repeating those mistakes time and again. Only once it is fine, once, twice it is fine, thrice it is fine, but more than that, then something is wrong in terms of how you are dealing with the issues. So those are the corrective measures which we need to make, but essentially to just take a position that I'm going to get provoked, I'm going to get angry, oh my God, I'm constantly on the brink of anger, the society is pushing me to anger, people are pushing me to anger, my family is pushing me to anger, my workplace is pushing me to anger. This is purely a problem in our own minds, which we need to probably work very hard on correcting ourselves. And as I say, classically 21 to 30 days is any new habit. So probably for the next 21 days or 30 days, anytime you get provoked, anytime you willfully are moving away from a normal mood to an abnormal mood in terms of anger and things like that, immediately visualize you're going and piloting your aircraft and crashing it on a mountain deliberately, instead of steering clear of it and taking a clear path, which is easily available. I mean, the clear path is easily available, but despite that, you're deliberately wanting to crash it on the mountain. And that is exactly what we do every minute, every hour, every day when we choose to get provoked and choose to get angry. I'm not saying people should never get angry, but if it is a very, very constant practice, constant habit of repeating pattern within yourselves, I think the best way to work on it is to probably constantly work on this visualization, and it is very, very effective. I'm not saying it is not that you need to spend a lot of money on anger management techniques, attending classes, go for counseling sessions and things like that. Yes, if you probably are in a situation where your health is taken a hit because of your own repeated patterns of anger and things like that, then you probably need to see a therapist. But otherwise, if you probably are someone who has this pattern, but probably it is not really become a menace as of now, then the best way to fight it is to probably constantly visualize about this technique. You are the pilot of your aircraft, and your aircraft should steer clear of all trouble and keep going to your destination, which are your goals in life, and all the facets. It could be your goal on the personal front, it could be your goal on the professional front, it could be your daily goal, monthly goal, weekly goal, etc. So every time we probably move to an angry mode, or the mode when we are anger, we are moving away from a productive path, we are moving away from doing positive things, moving away from eliciting feedback, moving away from introspecting and things like that, which is why I say your aircraft is deliberately crashing on the mountain by your own action. So stop doing that. Do this powerful visualization, and I assure you things will look much, much better for you. I've tried this and it works really better. A lot of times they say the biggest solution to problems like anger is just shake out of inertia and do something. I mean, if you're sitting in a place or if you're feeling provoked, just move away from that place. Take a stroll, listen to some music which you like, go to the nearest shop, buy something, and probably do some junk eating. Talk about your interesting personalities. Do some social media posts which are very thought provoking. There are 100 other things how you can handle yourself depending on what your priorities are or what your comfort level is. But believe me, if you are the pilot of your aircraft, it is your responsibility not to crash it on any mountain. By doing this, your life is going to be excellent. I rest assured that you'll really find this useful. Thanks for your time. It was extremely rewarding to talk to you and convey this powerful information. I'll see you soon with another interesting video. Have a wonderful time ahead in your life and career. Thank you.